What's up, everybody, and welcome to the internet's only streaming service podcast now available. I'm Adam Howard, and with me, as always, is the spooky Ricky Ettinger.
What's up, dudes? What's going on?
Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Another weekend, another Dunkin' Donuts, another bagel. I don't have anything in my teeth. I didn't look.
Nah.
Looking good. All right.
Mhm.
Oh, so, all right. Have you watched, in the name of all things scary, did you watch Haunting on Hill House or whatever? That show on
No,
Netflix?
I never got around to watching that.
All right, so that show is awesome.
Mhm.
Friday, The Haunting of Bly Manor came out. The
Right.
season 2.
I did know that, yeah.
Okay. Did you watch it?
No.
Um,
Dude, I'm too busy. I
I feel it.
barely have time to watch our movies.
So on Fridays I usually go over to my buddy's house and we watch The Boys. So it's been
Okay.
like our weekly ritual for like the last 7 weeks or whatever. Last night we finished The Boys, and I was like, oh, that new show on Netflix came out. So we put it on. I was like, all right, we'll watch like one episode, maybe 2 episodes. He didn't watch the first season. We watched 7 fucking episodes on Friday night, and then on
Aren't they hour-long episodes?
yeah, and then yesterday we finished it. And so, like, just fucking crushed it. Like, just went right through it.
How was it?
It's not scary like the first one was. Like the first one's like genuinely terrifying. This one is more of like it's more like a mystery because you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. At the end of every episode, you go, okay, what's happening? What's happening? It's kind of slow in the beginning. It takes like probably 2 episodes before it starts like ramping up, and you're like, oh shit, starting to get like weird.
Mm.
And then to me, it kind of like they fumbled the ending. Like the last episode is, they reveal a lot of the shit that's going on or whatever, but it just seemed really long. Like halfway through the episode, I'm like, holy shit, we have like 20 minutes left. Like we still have like a long ass time to go. They could have wrapped it up like 5 times by now. But it's still fun. Raul Coley is in it from
Oh, okay.
yeah, iZombie and like all that Funhouse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Funhouse. But
What do you mean, R.I.P. Funhouse?
oh, you didn't see all that shit that happened?
No, what happened?
Oh man, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday. A whole bunch of shit happened with Adam Kovic of Funhouse and Ryan Haywood of Achievement Hunter. Like all these nudes of theirs got leaked. They had been like cheating on their wives and shit. Which is it's really
Holy crap.
dude, yeah, it sucked cuz like I watch Funhouse a lot. Probably every
Oh,
day.
that's insane.
Uh-huh. It was so I got up. Yeah, it was Wednesday. I got up at 4:30 to go to work. And I just like checked Twitter quick, and everyone's like freaking out over Adam. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And it's all like, oh, this aged poorly, or these tweets are aged poorly, or whatever. And it's all these things of him saying like, oh, did my nudes leak and shit like that. And so I'm thinking, oh, it's something dumb, like, it's something stupid. So I go on to like Reddit, and it's all these people that are like, oh, he's sexting minors and he's grooming kids and like all this shit, which is that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like he was sending these like photos to somebody on OnlyFans, but they're like 400 plus photos, and they're like pretty damning. Yeah, like some of it's pretty fucked up. I didn't see any of the pictures because like I don't need to see that. I'm like I also don't want to, like, whatever. So yeah, so Raul Coley was like, cool with them, and then I saw a tweet. I think it was either that day or the next day where he was like, "I'm not part of Funhouse. I haven't worked with them in like a year," and he's like, "Fuck Adam Kovic," and I'm like,
God.
I had no idea there was any sort of like beef between any of them.
Right.
Because
That's
I'll
nuts.
just like I'll just like put it on and it'll just play old videos. So in my mind, like these videos are recent that I'm watching,
Right, yeah.
but they could be from like 2 or 3 years ago. I have no idea.
Yeah, I do. That's the because like that's the same thing with Funhouse because like back when they did Inside Gaming, like the
Mhm.
original Inside Gaming on Machinima, like towards the tail end of that stuff, I was watching it, and then and then when Funhouse started, I watched some of that, and then recently, because I've been like hadn't watched them in a long time, I've been putting out old videos. So yeah, I'm in the same sort of boat that you are. But
It
that's nuts.
Yeah, dude, it's been a wild fucking thing because like it when it happened, I was like, man, I feel terrible for all these people. Like everyone involved, I felt terrible for. Um, like Adam's life is obviously gonna be changed forever if he can ever find work again. He's definitely not gonna have like a public figure job again.
That yeah.
Um, but like Funhouse is already like a table with three legs because Bruce left, Lawrence left. Uh,
Hmm.
it was just really Adam, James, and Elise, the like the founding members or whatever that were left.
Yeah.
So like they just keep fucking knocking shit off. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think they can come back, because they have like a pretty big following anyways.
Right. And even if like Funhouse proper doesn't come back, like James and Elise have their show and
Yeah,
a bunch of other people, I think probably have shows or like will cross with them and different things like that.
yeah. So that's the other thing too is like Bruce and Lawrence left to do their own thing, like their own Twitch, whatever. Um, so like they could easily James and Elise could do the same thing. John and
'Cause they already
Jacob, they do the same thing.
yeah, like there's a bunch of I know they post a bunch of stuff on like YouTube and stuff like that, at least James and Elise do. And then they're on the one kind of funny review show that they're doing now. Uh
The
the
Conjuring,
cuckoo. Yeah,
the
the
cuckoo.
cuckoo. That's what they called it.
So I didn't realize too. So that usually comes out on Fridays, right? The Conjuring one.
Right. Yeah.
It didn't come out this week. Um, I had off on Thursday and Friday, and so I'm just in here like doing schoolwork, and I'll put like the YouTube videos on. I'll just let it fucking go. Like they should play
Right.
8 hours a day. I'm over here doing whatever, just like background noise. And
Right.
I'll go through like the week's worth of games daily or no whatever ones I miss. I try to watch them.
Mhm.
And that Conjuring one didn't come out. And I was like, I wonder why it didn't come out. And I was like, oh, duh, of course it didn't come out because this is when all that shit with Adam was going on. So like,
Right. Yeah. So they're probably
yeah, they're probably
held
like,
it away
yeah, they don't want to be on
'Cause they-
camera.
because they did the Rob Paulson thing
Yeah.
instead. I think, or they did two. We Have Cool Friends.
I gotta watch that one still. That was gonna be one I was gonna watch today when I was making those photoshops.
Hmm. I'm like the only things that I try to keep up with kind of funny, and I'm like terrible at it as is their in review stuff and the kind of funny podcast because I just don't, like I said, I don't have much time anymore. I have a long commute, so that's when I get most of my podcast listening done.
Yeah,
But some days when I wake up early in the morning, I'm like, I don't want to listen to a podcast. I want to listen to music or something like that. So I just like have like so much on the backlog to listen to.
there was like, so usually I listen to it when I'm at work,
Hmm.
which is nice because I'll have like, 6 hours, whatever I'm working that day, just to listen to whatever the fuck I want. And like, so I'll go through that week, whatever. But then there's weeks where I'm off, like, or when I have days off, and I don't listen to it at all because I'm like, I don't have my headphones, and I'm watching a stream or I'm watching movies or I'm watching a show or something's always coming up.
Right.
But I think for podcasts, the ones that I'm like really up, like not even anal about, but I like really try to make a point to listen to each week. Definitely Comedy Bang Bang I listen to every week. And I've probably been doing that for like 4 years now. I feel like I haven't missed an episode. What's the other one I listen to that I really try to make a point? I think the KF podcast too is the other one. That one's just fun
Mhm.
because it's just I'm
Yeah.
dicking around.
Yeah, I try to listen to that one, but like recently, like I've just been really busy doing school and work and everything. And in like when it was Game Over Greggy show, like every morning I'd watch like the breakout clips
Oh
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, if you remember when they did that.
Hmm.
And now I just haven't been keeping up as much because I personally like the kind of funny review better than the actual what do you call it, the KF podcast.
Yeah, the in
That's
reviews
because
are
I'm
fun. Yeah.
there's so much fun, especially with Greg.
Yeah,
Greg's hysterical.
they're fun. I think that's what like really has to. It has to be fun, or like you have to be in on the joke
Right.
to like
Yeah, that's
really get something out of those shows.
yeah, and stay with him. Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure, for sure.
All right, sweet. You want to talk
So
about this movie?
well, I had a I had a follow up to what one thing we talked about last week with the Spider-Man stuff.
Oh hell yeah! Okay,
I saw Doctor Strange was confirmed to be in Spider-Man 3, so
dude.
that pretty much guarantees the Into the Spider-Verse thing is gonna be happening. Which if that's the case, I want like a 3 hour long movie.
Yeah, it better be long as shit.
Yeah, because you're gonna see Andrew Garfield, you're gonna see um Tobey Maguire, you're gonna see Electro, you're probably gonna see Venom.
That would. Oh my
If
god,
you
dude,
think
that'd be
about it,
so
yeah.
fucking cool.
You probably see Morbius. That's probably the Sinister Six movie. Honestly, is it's gonna end up being Sinister Six and bad guys because it'll probably be because I imagine Morbius will play into that.
Mhm.
Carnage probably will play into that. Venom will be one of the good guys, and that might be how he gets his black suit is from maybe Eddie Brock dies, and then he gets the Venom from Eddie Brock instead. That'd be
Okay,
so weird.
I
There's so many possibilities.
yeah, I love that. It really is just a fucking you endless box of ideas that you could pull out. Like there's
Right.
so much cool shit they could do, and I feel like I saw an argument where people were like, "Oh, there's gonna be all these like multiverse things. It's gonna be so confusing for people." Like, I don't think we're giving people enough credit. Like, it's not
That's true.
like it's not a brand new concept. Like, the multiverse thing has been around since the books have been around. Like,
Well, yeah,
there's
yeah.
why can't we have like everyone has a basic understanding of like oh there's a parallel universe or whatever there is like okay now just
They
apply
could,
that to
yeah,
Spider-Man.
yeah. If you can do time traveling,
Yeah.
plus we've already had Into the Spider Verse, the animated movie,
Hmm.
which kids can understand.
Yeah.
Why not? Why? Yeah, you can do it this way.
And we've
But
seen, and if you've seen Avengers, which I'm assuming everyone on the planet has, like
yeah,
they know that Doctor Strange can open up like dimensions and shit,
hmm
and that was already established in Doctor Strange. So why couldn't
right.
he? We go into the movie with that knowledge already.
Yeah, so you
Everyone
already
does.
understand it.
Yes, everyone already understands it. That would be so. Oh my god.
In the yeah, and the big question is, does this come before or after Multiverse of Madness? Because I don't know that. I don't know if that's.
Oh,
Hang on, hang on. I'm gonna go to my handy dandy browser. Nope, it won't let me do it on my monitor, so I'm gonna just look it up on my phone.
I would think that this comes out after because maybe in Spider-Man would come out after the multi. No, because that's supposed to be in like 2022, isn't it?
March 25th, 2022 for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. And then do we have a I
I thought
don't
there
know
was
if we have a Spider-Man 3 release date.
because I feel like there's been more information about the Spider-Man movie than there has
There's been
been
tons coming up, yeah.
about the Doctor Strange. So maybe the Spider-Man one is sooner than we think.
Or maybe yeah, Spider-Man 3 release date. Tom Holland Spider-Man 3 release date. Nope, that's just giving me Homecoming.
Oh, so that brings up another thing. What do you think the title is going to be? Because I'm assuming they're going to
Um
keep home in it.
yeah, I remember okay, so before we get to that, 2021, July 16th, 2021 is when it said it was coming out. I don't know if it's been I don't know if it's been pushed since that date was announced.
Uh-huh.
Probably. But yeah. But I think I saw a while ago that one rumor that was going around was Homesick. So that could possibly be it. Home Away from Home, maybe.
I was thinking that. I thought of Homesick too, because like that would kind of mean that he was like maybe he's trapped in another
dimension or something.
yeah, like maybe he gets pulled away from this one, or
Yeah.
like maybe he takes him and Mary Jane to a different, you know,
Yeah.
just
That
like
could
in the
be.
other movie. Home Away
Yeah.
from Home.
It just depends on where the plot goes, because if it is the multiverse with all the Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
um, I don't know, because I originally, like I said last week, my thought is that it's going to be like Craven and like my idea was like having Craven go after him once his identity was revealed.
Uh-huh.
So it would have been Homesick would have worked, Home Invasion would have worked, but
Home
now
Invasion.
that's what I saw. I think I heard somebody talking about that at one point, and I'm like, yeah, that could work. But that's such a weird title.
That would sound like dangerous. Like
That sounds very dangerous.
you guys go see Home Invasion? What the fuck? Somebody breaking into
the
his
Spider-Man
house.
movie.
Yeah. I like I think the one that I thought of was Home Sweet Home. But
That could work. That I definitely like that if it's a into the Spider-Verse sort of thing where he gets carried out of his universe into somebody else's.
Because I could see a thing where they like him and Doctor Strange are teaming up and Strange is opening up the portals. They go into a different world. They help out that Spider-Man. They come back, or they go to a next. Like they just kind of jump through them.
Right.
And they go on little adventures.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to think how this is all going to play out, because it's very weird how this will end up being. I think because I wonder because my thought process is somehow like the Sinister Six they've been alluding to is able to open up a portal to a multiverse and pull some of the previous villains that have been seen into the new one or something like that.
Oh.
So like that's how we get. I gotta adjust. Jamie Foxx's Electro.
Paul Giamatti's Rhino.
Oh God.
That's the only thing I'm hoping for. I'm hoping I get. Okay, so that's not the only thing I'm hoping for. One of the things I'm hoping for, we get Paul Giamatti, we get his fucking comeuppance. He finally gets his screen time. He's in that big ass metal Rhino, and I just want to see Tobey out there one more time. Tobey Maguire on the big screen one more time.
If Tobey Maguire plays Spider-Man in the movie, does he die?
If he dies, I'll burn that theater down, and whoever's in it.
Oh my God.
We're all dying if he dies. That was my fucking Spider-Man, dude. I remember going and seeing that shit when I was just a young boy. I had a Spider-Man like silk button-up shirt, and I had Spider-Man like the ultimate Spider-Man looking ass like swinging on the back. It was so fucking cool. That was amazing. That was like I remember being in the theater and there's like 100 people dressed up as Spider-Man.
Right.
It's so cool.
So we were on Spider-Man? That's where we left off?
Yeah, okay, welcome back from the break, everybody. Yeah, we're talking about Spider-Man.
So here's the big question. Who is the Sinister Six? Who are we getting in this iteration of the Sinister Six?
We got Electro.
Yeah.
We got Rhino.
Okay. I assume Vulture and Morbius.
Morbius.
And then I assume Scorpion, the one dude that was Scorpion. The Breaking Bad guy with the neck tattoo of the Scorpion.
Oh yeah. Forgot about
I imagine he's in it. Does Mysterio come back?
Did he actually die?
I don't know. Could it be an illusion?
Yeah, maybe he didn't actually die the first time, or yeah, at the end of 2.
Right.
Yeah, how traditional to like the 6 are they gonna make it? Or are they just they're just gonna make up like a league of 6 bad guys and call it the Sinister Six.
Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know.
Because that would be cool too. Like it would be cool to see like 6 bad guys, uh, just random ones. Like Craven would be cool. Because
Right.
we
Yeah.
haven't seen him in a movie yet.
Yeah. That's yeah. Craven's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. I can't wait to see him in a movie.
I also saw a thing about Fisk. They were talking about making Fisk a character in the movies.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Do you think they use Daredevil, Vincent D'Onofrio as?
I hope so. That dude was
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, he was great. That's what I'd hope for. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't. I wish they would put out more information at once. Like, save all the casting shit and just drop it all at once, and then you can speculate from
Right.
there. Like, this is cool that they keep like sprinkling it in and you getting you more and more hyped or whatever. But
Right.
it sucks for me because I don't. I just want to know
Right. Yeah, for sure.
some bullshit. All right, you got any other news?
No, no, it was just Spider-Man news.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Hell yeah. All right, so you want to talk about the one thing we're supposed to talk about?
Oh yeah. Sure, yeah. We'll talk about that.
The one thing we kind of have to talk about.
So this week we watched Haunted Mansion from Disney Plus, and Ricky, what did you think about that movie?
Haunted motherfucking mansion. Okay, so like I said, like when we first started talking, I watched it twice. Not because I fell asleep like I normally do. I just wanted to watch it 2 times.
Yeah.
It's I remember when it came out, it being like this big event. Like it was like a big deal. I like it. It's definitely like a family friendly movie for sure.
Yeah. Except for the hanging body.
Yep. I do like how there are like adult jokes and shit like sprinkled throughout it.
Hmm.
I guess okay, I've never been to Disneyland or Disney World. Have you been there?
I've been, but I didn't do Haunted Mansion when I was
Okay.
there.
Because I feel like that is such a moment in time. Like when that movie came out, it must have been like such a big deal to go see the ride or like the attraction
Right.
and stuff. And now that it's been so long, it probably like isn't as popular.
Right. I mean, I think people still like the Haunted Mansion ride, which this movie's based off of, but I'm not well versed enough, I think, to speak to the love of the Disney ride.
Yeah. Okay. I have no idea about it. So is it a remake? Is this movie a remake of an earlier?
I don't think so.
Because
I didn't see that in my notes.
Okay, was there 2 versions of the ride then?
There might have been.
Because I want to say I read something about it being from the 60s.
Yeah. The ride's been there for a long time, but I think they just recently turned it into a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't say anything about remake. There was a 1998 Hong Kong horror film
Hanku.
called Haunted Mansion Hong Kong. I can't speak. But yeah, some of the facts we've got about this movie are: it was directed by Rob Mankoff. It was based on the ride, which we already talked about.
Mm-hmm.
It stars Eddie Murphy, Terrence Stamp, Wallace Shawn, Marsha Thomason, and Jennifer Tilly, as well as it has a runtime of 86 minutes, a budget of 90 million, and a box office of 182.3 million, as well as it came out November 26th, 2003. That seems weird. Why didn't it come out at Halloween?
Yeah, why wouldn't they just put it out in October?
That's so weird.
That's really
A
weird.
month after Halloween.
That's really fucking weird.
That's so weird.
That would be like putting that doesn't make any sense. Let's put the Christmas movie out in February. Like that's so weird.
I don't know. It is very strange.
Yeah, I really like this movie. I Eddie Murphy is a fucking. It was such a treat to watch him again. I haven't watched an Eddie Murphy movie probably since I was a little kid. Like it's been a long time.
Have you
Um,
seen Beverly Hills Cop?
that was one that I was thinking about because I was like, man, I remember him in a cop movie, but I can't remember like all the specifics of it. Like I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop is really good.
All right, that's one I got to go back and watch. But just his fucking like the way that he like every time.
Every time. I don't even know what it did this time. Because now it's just a gray screen. Hang on. No. Yeah, that's where I want it. I'm gonna put Discord. I'm gonna open Discord back up again. And then the whole shebang.
The whole thing.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I don't know why my computer continuously proceeds to do it. Oh, is my camera off still?
Yes, currently.
Okay.
Okay, it's loading back. We're coming back.
Yeah.
We're back.
So yeah, the cop movie with Eddie Murphy is Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay, so I need to go back and rewatch that one.
That one I watched a couple years ago. It's really good.
Good still.
Did you watch Dolomite on Netflix?
Is that like the black exploitation movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I remember seeing it, but I don't think I watched it.
Yeah, it stars Eddie Murphy as like the it's a biopic of this one dude who did like black exploitation stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Eddie Murphy plays the main character, and it's really good.
Okay, so I'll watch that one too then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to have a fucking Eddie Murphy marathon. But like I was saying, like the way that he delivers his lines, like just his like comedic timing is fucking great. He's the best.
Yeah, he's great.
All right, some of the things I really liked about the movie, they're just like weird. I don't know. They're kind of dumb. The very first time you meet him, and he's trying to sell that house, that woman who's like just being an ass, like she's like, "Would you like a divorce?" Like that girl. I feel like she plays that same angry, bitchy character in everything that she does. Like she is that character. So I really like that. I really liked the little boy. I feel like I was on. Me and him are very similar. He's afraid of spiders. Right from the beginning. So that very scene where he's got the stack of magazines, and there's like Sports Illustrated in there. He's like, "What are you doing with this?" And he's like, "I don't know." Like, and then just leave it. But he says whack like 5 times. He's like, you have to whack the spider. You got to get a firm grip and whack it. And so like,
I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, so yeah, so like, okay, you just keep making like references to jerking off. Like that's funny, whatever. The scene where they finally get to the mansion or whatever, and they go to like knock on the door, and Eddie Murphy's like, "Oh, there's some big knockers." I was like, okay, that's funny too. I'm pretty sure that is a reference to Young Frankenstein. They do the same.
I just watched that the other night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they do that?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. Because he takes the girl out of the carriage, and he's like, looks over, and he's like, "What knockers?" And she's like, "Thanks." He's like, "Oh."
I was like, oh my god, that movie's great too. So I really enjoyed that. I did not realize, like, I must have watched this movie when it came out, and probably never again since then until yesterday, and then again today. Fucking Jennifer Tilly is in it, and I love Jennifer Tilly. I think she's the best. Hold on, check this out. I don't have a lot of like Funko Pops aren't things that I collect, but this is like one of the only ones that I have. So, love Jennifer Tilly. I was super stoked to see her in there. That unmistakable voice. What are the? Oh, and then the one of the things I laughed at probably the hardest. I don't know why I laughed at it so hard. Get into the spoiler territory of the movie if you didn't watch it.
Okay, yeah.
Toward the end, when Sarah is like gonna be the bride, like she's gonna have to get married to the ghost or whatever. Dude is coming down the stairs, and whoever is playing the most heinous rendition of "Here Comes the Bride" or whatever, or like that wedding song on the giant organ, it sounds so fucking bad. Like everything is out of tune, and it's just like very sloppily played. Oh my god, I don't know why I laughed so hard at it. I thought it was the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, that part's pretty funny. Yeah, but so this movie has Walshawn in it, Inconceivable from Princess Bride, and then it's also got the bad guy, the butler, is played by the same person that plays Zod in the Superman movies.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked familiar, and I wasn't sure what I
mean, he looks super different, but like his cadence just reminds me of what's his face? Can't think of the name now.
Lost it. Now you lost it.
Grady.
Oh, from Shining?
Mm-hmm. That's who he kind of reminds me of with his cadence and everything.
They need
like
to
that.
be corrected.
Yeah.
I want
Pretty
that.
much, yeah.
I want that bathroom. I know I like to jump off of shit, but that bathroom in The Shining is so fucking cool. The red
one.
The red and the white. How do I get that bathroom in my house? Somebody knocking? The fuck?
I don't know. I don't know how you get that bathroom.
Oh, so
You don't want the green one?
Oh no, I'm good on that. No, I'm good on that. Yeah, no, I'm good on that one.
I feel like you would be like the one person H in Ready Player One.
With all the cool shit, yeah.
Well, also the way that she reacts while at the hotel.
I can't remember how she reacts in the hotel.
She's like, okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Nicolay.
yeah, just slowly backing out. No, I would. So tying that back to this movie, every time the little kid, like the boy, they're gonna do something scary or whatever, he just turns and fucking walks away. I love it. I love that bit. The first time you see it is when they're going to the elevator. They're following the orb, and the elevator door opens up. The sister's like, let's go. And then you see him just turn and like fucking walk away. Like he's just not gonna have it. He's like, absolutely not.
Right.
I love that. What?
Yeah.
What? Do you have anything about? Did you see anything about the singing statue guys?
No, I didn't look anything up into that.
So I guess there's like an actual like quartet at Disney World, and that's what those.
Oh,
that bus,
okay. That's cool.
Those things are based on them, and I think that those are the actual guys singing.
Oh, that's cool.
Which, when I watched it, I was like, this is like fucking perfect. There's no way that this has to be like some sort of computer that's doing this. Like they must have like lined up their voices or something. And then I was looking into it because the one guy kind of looks like Walt Disney, the dude on the way in with the skinny mustache. Mm-hmm. So I thought maybe that was supposed to be like Disney, and then the rest of the people were supposed to be, other famous animators or whatever. It turns out it's not. They're modeled after the people that actually sing, and that those are their actual voices, like they're actually singing and shit.
Right. Yeah.
Which is incredible. Like, could you imagine singing like that with 3 other people?
I can barely sing as one person.
That's what I'm saying. I'll be lucky if I can harmonize with myself. Okay, the one of the only things I didn't like, which isn't even like a thing, like it's not like, oh, this part of the movie was dumb or whatever. The effects in the movie were like pretty good, except for one scene, and it stuck out to me so bad.
Which scene are you talking about?
At the end of the movie.
When he goes to hell?
No, not even that one. After. They're in the car and they're driving, and it's Jennifer Tilly's head, and then it's the 2 kids, and then it's the parents, And they're like, "How long is it gonna take?" And she's like, "20 minutes, or about 20 minutes," which is like the ongoing
20 minutes
joke.
tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nothing takes 20 minutes." It comes out of the car. The mirrors on the car look like shit. The car itself looks like fucking garbage. But then the bridge,
It's just this giant fake bridge
it's like a fucking 50-mile long bridge, and it's like
in the
going
middle of the water.
in the middle of the water. Yeah, it's going into like the sky.
It's
So
such a weird scene.
that was literally the only thing that was like, why does this look so bad? Like the car and the mirrors look awful compared to everything else. The movie looked really good for being 2002, 2003 or whatever.
Right, yeah.
But that car, man, God, it looked awful.
Yeah, I was like, but like I think my biggest issue was with the when they go to hell, or like when he goes to hell, like the effects of that. I'm like, oh goodness. But that's my big complaint, because like I think I really liked like the zombie scene and different stuff, and then like different kind of spooky stuff in the movie, and I like the line where they're in in the attic, and the dad's seeing all the stuff, and then the butler comes up and he's like, the butler did it. This is such just a cliche.
Yeah. Oh,
and that sort of stuff.
When he's talking to when he's like getting the breakdown of what's happening, and he's like, he's trying to get jiggy with my wife. Like, get jiggy with anything is such a term from that era. Like, no one has said those words in at least 15 years. Like,
you're the first person to say that. Say it just because you're quoting it.
Yeah. I'm the first. I broke that. I want that record. First person to say this phrase in X amount of time.
You should just get that word across your chest. Just get jiggy tattooed across your chest.
I'm jiggy with it. Like, with what? It, man. With
No,
whatever
like
it is.
Like around your neck, like right here.
I'm jiggy with blank. Fucking fill it in with whatever you want. I love that. I thought that was great. Yeah. But too, I do like, they do have a little bit of like every like movie cliche sort of thing, like horror movie theme, I guess, not cliche.
Right.
Like they got the ghosts, they got the zombies. Which that was kind of that whole thing was kind of funny too. Like, why were there zombies down there when there's ghosts everywhere else? Why wouldn't they just be more ghosts?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make much sense. I think it's because there's where the bodies are that are separated from the souls or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know. Or maybe the bodies are just cursed. Or maybe the ghost went into the bodies.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Ghost on ghost action.
That's your other tattoo. Jiggy with it, ghost on ghost action.
Yeah, I need a giant poster that just says ghost on ghost action.
Put it right behind you.
Right here. All right, I might make that.
You work at a t-shirt shop. You can make those shirts.
I can do whatever the hell I want. All right, so what else did you like about the movie?
I really like the plot, and kind of like I think the acting was really good, and kind of like the mysteries, and I think the tone was really well set for what they did. Yeah, I think for the most part, I really enjoyed the movie. Because like Eddie Murphy's performance, like you said, is really good. The rest of the cast's really good. I still think it's weird that it's a PG movie and you see like the hanging corpse.
Yeah.
Like you see it cuts to it multiple times, because like I was rewatching it and I'm like, okay, this isn't that bad. And then like they held on it for so long and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because doesn't it, I'm trying to remember now, doesn't like it like the camera pull out from the hanging body on it? Like when it's in the tower at the very beginning.
Oh, at the very top?
Yeah, because doesn't it like pull out?
I think so.
Because it almost feels like it cuts frames out of it too.
So when I watched it, it was like doing this weird thing where some of the scenes would be like stuttering. Like it wouldn't be like a nice smooth thing. It was like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it was missing frames or something.
Yeah, that's what like the one scene kind of looked like. But that I'm not sure on. Um, but another thing I did really like about this movie is the editing, because there's the one part where the kids and the dad are exploring the manor, and it cuts back and forth to them, where
Yeah.
one will open the door and the other one, or one will go to the door to open it, and then it'll be the other group that opens the door
Hmm.
and stuff like that. So that stuff's really cool.
Yeah, that stuff is cool. Um, I really like how it wraps up. Like the ending is like it's not too swift. Like it just moves right through it. It just wraps it up all in one thing, and you're done. Um,
Right,
I did appreciate that,
for sure.
and it's relatively quick too, because it's like
It's
eh,
like it's
eh,
86 minutes,
yeah, that's
and the
like the
pacing.
it's like the perfect amount of time for like a kids movie, because you know
Yeah,
they
and the
can't sit
pacing's
still
great in it.
forever.
Yeah, right,
Yeah,
right, for sure.
so I guess that kind of like it's weird to think about like that. So this is like 2000s, early 2000s. They made this movie, and it is very like
Hmm.
not you don't linger on something for too long. Well, at least it never feels like that. And then
Right, exactly.
given today, where they didn't know the future, obviously, but like everything that we do is so short. Like TikToks are only like 5 seconds to like 30 seconds long. Like everyone's attention span is
Yeah,
diminished.
gone down so much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
for
this
sure.
this still works like perfect even today.
Hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know how like a little kid would do, but for me, it's like, oh, this is
Right.
fucking perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a good amount of time because it's just quick, 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 quick
Hmm.
through the story, and it's not like too fast, but it's I think it's like a perfect amount of time, and the pacing's really well and everything like
Hmm.
that. Yeah. So, do you have any final thoughts on the film?
My final thoughts. Um, no, I really I enjoyed it. It is the kid actors were great, which is like a big
Yeah, they
thing.
are really good.
Everybody does like a really good job. Um,
Hmm. For
yeah,
sure.
I don't really have anything negative to say about it. Like, literally, the only thing that bothered me throughout the whole movie
Was the last
was
scene?
that
Yeah.
very last scene, and even then, it's a visual effect. Like, it has nothing. It doesn't take away from the movie. It doesn't add to the movie. It's just like one scene. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Um,
it's a scene that, yeah, because it's the wrap up scene.
yeah, it's
It's
literally
like,
like the last
here
shot of
they
the movie.
go, yada, yada, yada. Yep.
Um. Oh, is there a second one?
Not that I saw.
Okay, for some reason in my mind I kept thinking of Haunted Mansion 2, and I don't. I must have been making it up, or maybe I was thinking of like Luigi's Mansion 2 or something.
It could be that one.
Okay.
You could be thinking of Haunted House, the the spoof of whatever it's called that I can't think of now, like the Paranormal Activity movies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that Marlon Wayne's joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason, when I finished it, I was like, I'm pretty sure there's a Haunted Mansion 2, but I could easily just be combining 100 things to make my own Haunted Mansion 2.
Ricky's Haunted Mansion
Yeah,
2.
Ricky presents Haunted Mansion 2.
Ninja 2 presents Haunted Mansion 2. I
When
don't know if we ever got that in one of our episodes or not. I can't remember if that was in the episode or after the episode.
Oh,
I think it was
fuck.
afterwards.
It was probably after. All the good shit
Yeah.
happens after. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so what are your final thoughts on Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, I really like the movie. The ending didn't take me out as much as it did you, that final scene. And like you, yeah, I agree. It's the perfect length. The story is really good. The acting's really good with it. Costume design, set dressing, everything like that. I think really fits and gels well together. And I think it's a really, really good family friendly Halloween film for sure.
Yeah, it is very it's like it really is like the perfect family friendly horror movie.
Like there's enough scare in it,
Hmm.
and there's enough dirty jokes that like
Yeah,
that will go over kids' heads where you can get it just where it's accessible to everybody.
uh, it's not like I was okay. So I watched Poltergeist probably
I've never seen that.
I think I watched it like 2 weeks ago now. I remember it being like horrifying when I watched it, like when I was a little kid, and then when I watched it now, it's not very scary. There's a lot of jokes and there's a lot of humor in it, and it has Steven Spielberg. He's attached to it somehow. I can't remember how.
He's the producer. Well, people say that he's the one that actually ended up directing it, where
Okay.
Toby Hooper's credited as the director.
Uh-huh.
Because he was doing some other project at that point, but I don't know exactly what the case is with it.
So it has a lot of his vibes to it, like a lot of his
Right.
like when you're watching, you're like, oh, I could definitely see this in a Spielberg movie. Like it has that feeling to it.
hmm
So I was like, oh, maybe this is like a kid-friendly horror movie. Like this could be like an introduction to, some more like, oh, they watch Haunted Mansion and they like the scary part of it, but they're not like, we're not throwing them in the deep end of like gore and shit like that. Like this
Right.
could be like the next step. So I do feel like it's an easy introduction to horror and like
Right.
that kind of stuff.
I think another movie that falls in that category is Ghostbusters as well.
Yeah, even Ghostbusters has like a lot of like adult themes, like the smoking, like all that.
There's the
shit.
smoking. There's the ghost blowjob.
I fucking dude.
Because you watch it as a kid and you're like, what is going on?
You have no idea what's happening, yeah, and then
you watch it as an adult, you're like, oh.
yeah. So even when you're watching it as an adult, you're like, who the fuck's this? Who made the decision to like, hey, act like this is fucking otherworldly, like this has never happened to you before, dude's like,
Yeah.
lose his fucking mind.
He's like,
Oh my god, I love that.
oh my God.
Is that movie on the list?
I didn't see it streaming anywhere.
Okay.
Let me double check
That's
for
fair.
you. Because if it is streaming someplace, we'll throw it on there.
I have
But
to
if
add
it's
that
not,
one to the list.
we'll add it to the list and we'll replace it with something else. I know which one I'd replace it with too. So
Fucking Ghostbusters, man.
Ghostbusters. No, not Ghost. Ghostbusters. 1984. We were supposed to get Ghostbusters Afterlife this year.
Oh yeah, that one looks so fucking cool too.
It looks really good,
I
yeah.
was so excited for that one.
If you have a subscription to Fubo TV, you can watch it.
Oh, I don't know how much
Yeah.
Fubo is, but I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have it on disc, so that's how I watched it.
I feel that.
For not available.
For our second show, not available, where we watch movies that we have access to that no one else does.
Yeah, so we've come to, once my thing loads, we've come to one of our final segments of the show where we go through and we rank each and every movie that we've seen, and we rank them 3 different ways. We break it down. First, to start with, we break it down on the service we watch it on, which is Disney Plus. Right now, Prince of Persia, top of the list for Disney Plus. So, Ricky, where do you think it should fall? Where are you thinking Haunted Mansion falls in this list?
I really liked Prince of Persia. I thought it was great, but I like this one better. Like
I agree with that.
I think this one's number one.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. It's number one for this one.
All right, perf.
Cool. So that's where that goes, and then we will go to the next list as Ricky cleans his teeth.
Gotta get that everything bagel out of there.
There we go. Okay. Go live. So next we have the list of 2020 films. Every film we watch in 2020, we put on this list. So Ricky, where do we put Haunted Mansion? So far, as the rankings stand, number 6, Catherine Upside Down. Number 5, Conan the Barbarian. Number 4, White Mile. Number 3, Taxi Driver. Number 2, Prince of Persia. And number 1, Labyrinth.
This one's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm. Because we already put it above Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
So does it go above Labyrinth or does it go below Labyrinth? Or do we put it someplace completely
Put it
different?
somewhere else.
Because
It's what's starting to get tough is because they're all different movies. Like they're not in the same
right,
genre.
yeah.
They're not, they're just movies.
Hmm.
Fuck.
I feel like it definitely goes above Prince of Persia,
Uh-huh.
but the question is it better than Labyrinth?
Okay, I definitely agree it's better than Prince of Persia.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think I like this one. I like this one more than Labyrinth.
Hmm.
Uh and I can't really think of things that are like positive about Labyrinth that I was like, "Oh, this was better." Like that's
Hmm.
like such a, I don't want to say niche, but like,
It's a cult classic
yeah.
film. Yeah, so it's kind of I feel like there is more appeal when it comes to Haunted Mansion because it is an Eddie Murphy movie. It is more kind of a haunted house movie and not like a random adventure through Neverland,
Yeah.
fairy tale sort of thing. So I feel like it's more digestible than Labyrinth is.
Yeah, it's a lot more like accessible. Like it's easier for anyone to come in
Right,
and watch it and be like, "Oh, this is fun. I get this. Oh, okay. I understand." Where
right,
like
yeah,
Labyrinth, yeah, is a little more fantasy. You got to be a little more out there.
right, for sure.
I guess yeah, I would say I like this more than Labyrinth. It's I mean, a Labyrinth is
Yeah,
obviously, like I said last week, is like incredibly special. Like that's such a moment in time where that could exist. And B is like it's like a perfect storm of things that make it what it is. Um, but this one is just it's just easier to watch. It's easier to follow. It's
right.
yeah,
I,
more accessible, I
I,
guess.
yeah, I agree with you that I think I put it above Labyrinth. Because my big thing is Labyrinth is such a niche where, like Haunted Mansion, I feel like I could put on any time and watch. Where Labyrinth, I feel like is more you have to be in that sort of mindset or mood to watch it,
Okay, yeah, definitely. You definitely
to
have to be.
engage with it. Yeah, where Haunted Mansion, you can just be like, oh, Eddie Murphy, cool, turn it on and watch
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So Haunted Mansion, new number one. So as it stands right now for 2020 films, we have Haunted Mansion at number one, Labyrinth at two, Prince of Persia at three, Taxi Driver at four, White Mile at five, Conan the Barbarian at six, and Catherine Upside Down at seven.
I like how pretty much every movie we've watched has been the new number one, except for Catherine Upside Down.
Well, no, we started with Taxi Driver, and
Yep.
then Conan went under that, and then White Mile went above Conan, and then Prince of Persia went above
Oh,
Taxi
okay.
Driver,
Yeah, all
and
right.
then yeah, so it's a little bit more ping pongy.
I for whatever I was like, man, we watched Taxi Driver, that was number one. Then we watched Conan, that was number one. Then White Mile was number one. Like every one of them has been pretty close. I mean,
Right? Yeah.
our scale or like how we're ranking them isn't like scientific by any means. This is which one did we enjoy?
Right. Yeah. So now I've got it pulled up on the list that we've got our all-time list, which right now it's probably going to remain the same as our 2020 list. But when we switch over to 2021 is when it'll get more interesting in how everything plays out.
Yeah, so our 2021 list will scrap.
The
2020 will
20,
be, yeah, that will start
yeah,
over.
it'll be set in stone, and then we'll get a new one.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
so
will
that's
just
how
put
it'll
it
play out.
number one there too then.
Okay.
For number one of all time movies that we've ever seen.
Cool. Now, for those of you that don't know or haven't watched all our shows, today I lost my train of thought
Are we
because I
picking?
was like,
We're picking the next scary movie we're watching.
yeah, we're picking the next film we're watching. So what I've done, usually we go through, we have a dedicated streaming service we go to, and we watch a particular movie on that service. But however, since this is October and it's Halloween time, we decided we'd change things up, and we are doing the Halloween movies that I've chosen. Ricky does not know any of them. We've taken 2 off the list. There are 8 more left. So we will go 1 through 8 to determine which film we have next to watch. Let's see what we've got. Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8. What is number 8?
8 of 8.
Number 8. We go to HBO Max. Can you guess what film is on HBO Max that we were watching?
I'm using my brain power here. I got nothing.
We go to HBO Max for Scoob.
Scoob, yes. I
get so
demanded.
excited.
I demanded that we watch Scoob, and I totally forgot that I had even said that until just right now.
Yeah, so next week we come back for Scoob on HBO Max.
Fucking yeah, dude!
Ricky's super excited.
The Scooby-Doo movies, the live action ones, I love those shits. Like that first one.
James Gunn wrote them. I don't know if he wrote both of them.
They're so fucking fun. Like they're so. It's like I don't know what it is about that movie that just like draws me into it, but I love everything about it. It's so cheesy. It's so campy. It's like again another product of its time. Like
right.
The Scooby-Doo as a dog, like the animation of him is, or the visual effect of him isn't like amazing, but that works.
It's still serviceable, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I love that shit, so I'm very excited for Scoob.
Yeah. So next week, everybody go to your HBO Max subscriptions and put on Scoob. Watch that.
Fire up that Scoob.
Yeah, fire up that Scoob. And until next time, wait, we still have to say where people can find us. Skipped a step there. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at HowardAK88 and Star Room Studios. If you go to Star Room Studios, you get the latest updates on all this sort of stuff. You can find Ricky at.
You can find me at Ritz Khalifa on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch.tv.
Yeah, so if you like this podcast, make sure to give us a subscribe, like down below, get the latest updates on all that good stuff. And until next time.
Those are some big ass termites.